were introduced to friends 25 years ago.
And at that time, I was told, stay away from him.
We were introduced several times, and never one time really clicked, but we kept watching each other from afar.
We probably watched each other for a matter of 4 years.
And always met in dance clubs and watched each other dance and, kind of gave each other the eye.
And so I knew he loved to dance, loved to socialize. In 1989, we met out at the Common Ground in Ithaca.
I think it was a drag show or a comedy show of some sort.
It was a Sunday night, and I was there with a friend of mine, because I was from Ithaca, and we were having a drink at the bar, and in walks Keith and two of his friends. And he came over to me and said, "Why don't you talk to me?"
And he goes, "I'm talking to you right now." I'm like, that's not what I meant. So we talked for a while, and without having to be introduced and everything. So the very next day, he calls a friend of mine, gets my phone number, calls me, and asks me out for a date.
We just kind of talked about dreams and aspirations and where we saw ourselves.
I cannot even remember one conversation. No, but we would talk I'd get home from work at 7, 8 o'clock, and we would talk till 3 o'clock in the morning. So, and what did we talk about? I have no idea. Probably clients, family, the weather, just everyday life, maybe our hopes and dreams, where we'd travel, what we would do, that kind of a thing.
We were just kind of taking every day as it came.
Just talking every night on the phone till all hours of the morning. And
no real commitment at the time, but just enjoying life and enjoying each other's company.
Spent our weekends together, and I started working in Ithaca so we could spend more time together. And before you know it, he was moved in.
We finally solidified things and moved into a townhouse. From there, moved into another half a house in Binghamton, and then we bought our current home here in Owego.
Whenever I ask him, I say, "Why do you love me?" And he'll say, "Because you're a nice boy."
I'm gonna say his apple pie.
His family loves my apple pie.
We had gone away to Ohio, my family, and Keith. We got home, and there was a basket on the porch, and in it was an apple pie.
I made them an apple pie and baked macaroni and cheese for when they got home. And I drove it out to Ithaca. My
mother and brothers, we were there, and they took the pie out of the basket. Very nice basket, very nice presentation. And the crust was just mounded, very high.
I made it like everybody does, but I wanted to make sure it was really thick with apples. So I stacked the apple pie like this high. And then the crust I made over it, I think was a little thick, because when I baked the pie, the crust never went down. So the apple pie was humongous. The crust was like all the way up here, and then the apples were down here. So there was this much air between it.
So my mother, they started to cut into the pie, and the crust never fell.
And they said, "My God, what do? Use hairspray on this?" So they think I hairsprayed it to keep it high.
It was like it was chock full of apples. It was just this space of air. And I mean, beautiful pie, beautiful presentation, but that was the big joke for quite some time in the family.
Just so everyone knows in the family, I did not.
We kind of work off each other, we kind of fill each other out. We kind of think the same thought process, and if I say something, he's like, "Oh, I was just thinking that." And, so it's kind of, we're united that way.
What originally drew me to him was his beautiful face that hasn't changed at all. His sense of humor, his givingness. He gives not just to me, but to literally everyone he sees and knows.
He cares about everyone. Everyone, he always welcomes them, you know, either at the salon or into the home. Everyone, you know, he just welcomes them with open arms.
He could be your best friend. You'd want him as your best friend.
He's never said no. He's always willing to try different things, and that's just been part of their adventure, is to just go and see where things end up.
You know, that's something that I've given a lot of thought about, because after 25 years of being together and now just getting married, unlike newlyweds, what would our life goals be? Because we're kind of going into our golden years. So I think that we have to, I think the fun part about the next 25 years is resetting some of our goals, because I think we've met our goals. You know, we've got the house, we've got a good life, we've got great friends, great family.
Really just to continue on the path that we've been on, enjoy life, and enjoy the benefits of marriage, and, you know, make sure each of us are both happy and enjoy the ride.
I think our goals are just enjoying each other until whenever. I think that life has gotten to the point where it's really good, and any goals made in the future will obviously be made together, and we'll always have each other in them.
Let's continue the ride. Let's have fun. Enjoy the journey. We've gotten this far. Can't imagine that it's going to be too difficult 25 years from now. I love you, and let's enjoy.
I love you now, forever, and always. In love with you.
Thank you all for being here. You've been a part of our lives for the last 25 years, and hopefully you'll continue on this journey with us. Enjoy the evening as we enjoy you.